China have signed different agreements to further strengthen bilateral cooperation in diverse fields. President has invited German investors to take advantage of the incentives offered by Pakistan in wind, solar and hydel energy projects. Senior All Parties Hurriyat Conference leader Professor Abdul Ghani Butt has warned that clouds of war are hovering over South Asia due to unresolved Kashmir dispute. In the ICC T20 Cricket World Cup, India beat Bangladesh by 5 runs, while the Netherlands defeated Zimbabwe by 5 wickets at Adelaide today. And now the news in detail. Pakistan and China have agreed that contemporary challenges like climate change, health, pandemic, and growing inequalities needed unqualified cooperation among states in accordance with the purposes and principles of the UN Charter. This was reaffirmed during meeting between Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif and Chinese President Xi Jinping at the Great Hall of People in Beijing today. The two leaders discussed cooperation across a range of issues including defense, trade and investment, agriculture, health, education, green energy, science and technology, and disaster preparedness. They expressed their mutual commitment to the CPEC. They highlighted that CPEC's high-quality development would further strengthen bilateral ties between Pakistan and China. In this regard, the two leaders agreed that as a project of strategic importance, both sides would make joint efforts for launching ML1 as an early harvest project under the CPEC framework. Pakistan and China also reaffirmed their commitment to the all-weather strategic partnership between the two sides that has withstood the test of time. Reaffirming Pakistan's unique historic ties with China and salience of bilateral friendship for regional peace and stability, Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif strongly reaffirmed that Pakistan-China friendship enjoyed complete consensus across the political spectrum in Pakistan and is a model of interstate relations. Talking on the occasion, Chinese President Xi Jinping assured that his country will continue to extend support to Pakistan for sustainable economic development and harness its potential as a geo-economic hub. The Chinese president announced an additional assistance package of 500 million renminbi for Pakistan's post-flood relief and rehabilitation efforts. Pakistan and China have agreed to expand China-Pakistan Economic Corridor project. The understanding came at a meeting between Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif and Chinese Premier Li Keqiang in Beijing today. They also agreed to early completion of CPEC-related projects. The two leaders held discussion on promoting bilateral cooperation. Following the meeting, both the sides also signed agreements for cooperation in diverse fields. On arrival at Great Hall of People, Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif was given a guard of honor. Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif held a meeting with Chairman Standing Committee of National People's Congress Li Shangshu at Great Hall of People in Beijing today. During the meeting, views were exchanged on matters of mutual interest. This is Radio Pakistan. President Dr. Arif Alvi has invited German investors for investment in wind, solar and hydel energy projects and take advantage of new sets of incentives offered by Pakistan in these sectors. He was talking in Islamabad today to a delegation of Friedrich Ebert Stiftung, a German political foundation working in Pakistan since 1980s. The president said German investors can also take advantage of special economic zones under CPEC in Pakistan. He reiterated Pakistan's desire to enhance with Germany in terms of capacity enhancement of Pakistani institutions dealing with climate change, improving people-to-people contacts, and cooperation in higher education. He said Pakistan highly values its relations with Germany, both bilaterally and in the context of European Union, and wants to further strengthen and expand the mutually beneficial ties. Army Chief General Qamar Javed Bajwa visited Army Strategic Forces Command Headquarters in Rawalpindi today. During the visit, he interacted with officers and troops and appreciated their professionalism as well as high state of morale. Earlier on arrival, the Army Chief was received by Commander Army Strategic Forces Command Lieutenant General Muhammad Ali. Minister for Law and Justice Sardar Ayaz Sadiq has emphasized the need for strengthening the democratic institutions in the country. He was addressing the inaugural ceremony of Legal Facilitation Center at the newly constructed building of Islamabad High Court in Islamabad today. The minister said if any one of us is aggrieved by any court decision, we may criticize or disagree with the judgment and not the entire institution of judiciary, as by doing so, we may weaken our judiciary. The minister said political pressures should be kept away from judiciary to ensure rule of law. Later addressing the ceremony, Chief Justice Islamabad High Court Athar Minallah said, "It is responsibility of the state to ensure inexpensive and expeditious justice to the people." He said construction of buildings will become meaningless without facilitating the litigants. In Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir, senior All Parties Hurriyat Conference leader Professor Abdul Ghani Butt has warned that clouds of war are hovering on the horizon of South Asia due to the Kashmir dispute, which continues to remain unresolved over the past 75 years. According to Kashmir Media Service, Professor Abdul Ghani Butt, while interacting with people during his visit to Shipatri area of Gandarbal district, said that Kashmir is an internationally accepted dispute that needs a vast political sense and broader political vision for durable settlement to avert the looming catastrophe. Meanwhile, Kashmiris on both sides of the line of control and across the world will observe the Jammu Martyrs' Day on Sunday to reiterate the resolve to continue the Martyrs' mission. The New York-based media watchdog Committee to Protect Journalists, in a statement posted on its website, urged the Indian authorities to stop harassing journalists associating with Indian news website The Wire. CPJ's Asia Program Coordinator Behli Ji said the raids on the homes of the Wire editors is an excessive reaction by the Indian authorities. Russia has announced to resume participation in Ukraine grain deal. The Russian Defense Ministry in a statement said that it has received written guarantees from Ukraine not to use the Black Sea again corridor for military operations against Moscow. It further said that Russia considers the guarantees sufficient and resumes the implementation of the agreement. North and South Korea have fired a number of missiles into waters near each other's coasts. North Korea launched its most missiles in a single day, at least 23, including one that landed less than 60 kilometers off the south city of Soksho. Seoul responded with warplanes firing 3 air-to-ground missiles over the disputed maritime demarcation line. In the ICC Men's T20 World Cup, India beat Bangladesh by 5 runs at Adelaide this evening. Earlier, India scored 184 runs for the loss of 6 wickets in allotted 20 overs. The match was reduced to 16 overs due to rain, with a changed target of 150 for Bangladesh to win. Bangladesh scored 145 for the loss of 6 wickets in allotted 16 overs. Virat Kohli of India was declared man of the match for scoring unbeaten 64 runs. In first match of the day, the Netherlands beat Zimbabwe by 5 wickets at Adelaide today. Batting first, Zimbabwe scored 117 runs and were all out in 20 overs. In reply, the Netherlands achieved the target in 18 overs for the loss of 5 wickets. And now the weather report. Mainly dry weather is likely to prevail in most plain areas of the country, while cold in northern areas during the next 12 hours. And now once again, the headlines. Pakistan and China have reaffirmed their commitment to the all-weather strategic partnership between the two countries. Chinese President, at a meeting with Prime Minister in Beijing today, announced an additional assistance package of 500 million renminbi for post-flood relief and rehabilitation efforts. Pakistan and China have signed different agreements to further strengthen bilateral cooperation in diverse fields. President has invited German investors to take advantage of the incentives offered by Pakistan in wind, solar and hydel energy projects. Senior All Parties Hurriyat Conference leader Professor Abdul Ghani Butt has warned that clouds of war are hovering over South Asia due to unresolved Kashmir dispute. In the ICC T20 Cricket World Cup, India beat Bangladesh by 5 runs, while the Netherlands defeated Zimbabwe by 5 wickets at Adelaide today. And that is the end of the news. For more news and analysis, log on to our website radio.gov.pk and also watch live video streaming of our bulletins on the link facebook.com/Radio Pakistan News.